Hello, I am Carrie with Beyond the Womb Tarot, and this is where I channel messages that help you continue to grow beyond the womb or expand your mind outside of your current comfort zone to enable you to become your highest self. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you for liking, subscribing, watching. Thank you for just, giving your energy to this channel, to this video. I thank you all so much for being here. Today, last week I did a pick a card reading and it was all about what your guides wanted you to know, like who's walking with you and what is it that they want you to know. And I was really inspired by doing that because it's lovely to channel these deities, who have been around, they, know stuff, they can give information and impart things that we just here on earth don't necessarily get to access. It's like from a higher realm, from a higher plane, from a higher level of thinking, a higher way of seeing things. And after doing that reading, I was like, well, I want to do more of these. So I decided to do a collective reading just to get some energy. It's like, okay, what deity wants to come out and speak to us today? What message do they have for us, like for the collective? And I got it out of this Keepers of the Light oracle. I meant to choose one deity, but two came out, and they happen to be two of the same deities that came out during the pick a card reading. We have Joan of Arc and Kutumi, which is very interesting because even though same deities are coming out, I really feel completely different messages coming through here. So I'm excited to impart these messages. I personally love even listening to them and being a channel for this because it's like teaching us like how what is the new way, what is the different way for us to be. Let's not do the same things our forefathers have done. Let's not sit here and read the same books and come up with the same ideas that people keep going around and around and around. We already see where we are now. Let's see what we can do differently. Let's see what new that we can bring into this world. And I'm excited to be able to channel these messages. So first I just want to start out by reading in the guidebook. First I'll start with Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. It says, stand strong, focus on your purpose, release the fear of persecution, and speak your truth. Joan of Arc was a medieval French peasant girl who was reported to have been visited by Archangel Michael and other saints who gave her information on how she could help Charles VII save French from English domination. She was only a teenager when she went into battle for her country and won a huge victory. She was, however, later captured and burned at the stake. These days, she is a supremely loving guide to all those who want to stand up against the odds. She also helps many light workers overcome their fear of persecution. And we have Kutumi, Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Kutumi is an ascended master who appears as a well-dressed Indian man with a golden aura. His teachings were brought to the world by Madame Blavatsky in the 19th century. There are many different theories as to his true identity. Many believe he was a wandering man known as a rishi in India, dedicated to walking the path of spirit with very few material possessions. Others believe him to have been a well-educated Sikh spiritual leader who was given a pseudonym to protect his true identity. I believe that he lived a high life, but through spiritual practice was able to let go of his need for material possessions. Now he helps light workers go beyond the limits set by others and cultivate a personal connection to God. Oh, love these two coming out together. Right off the bat, before I even get into the clarifying cards that I picked, I really get the energy of just like I was talking about, imparting new information to this world. Right now, especially here in the United States, everybody is worried about terrorists. They're worried about money. They're worried about longevity, their jobs, careers, like all this stuff people are worried about because it's like, oh no, if things change, then things won't be great. And in my mind, I'm like, ooh, things are going to have to change because this system that we have right now isn't working. So I'm very excited to see what the new changes are going to be. And this is the type of energy that I see here when Joan of Arc and Kutumi both come up together. Literally, Joan of Arc is about speaking your truth. And if your truth is that, like, I'm tired of working every day, I'm tired of running, chasing money every day, and I feel like there's more to life. If that seems out of pocket or if that seems like something that not many people say around you and you don't feel that people are actually interested in doing around you, you might have a tendency to be like keep your mouth closed and say, hey, Oh yeah, I love having my job. Oh yeah, the stability, this money. Yeah, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing the right thing, and you can ignore your intuition that says like there is something greater than me just getting like going to work every day or whatever your thing is. You might feel the urge to like repress those thoughts or even not say it out loud. But Kutumi, especially after having read that and seeing that he has gone on his journey of not having possessions, like that was his thing. He didn't really have his worldly possessions, and he still was able to find fulfillment and joy in this world. I just kind of feel like there's a new idea coming forward for us to pay attention to latch on to understand, and to teach, because we need to speak about it. Even right now, you might be feeling these types of energies like, why y'all freaking out about money? That's not the important thing. It's the things that we can do with the money, maybe, that you could freak out and be like, oh no, what if I cannot afford to go to my monthly race car club that I love to go to, where I watch people, race cars, and then I race my own car. I don't know. I've never been in one of those things, but a hobby that might be very expensive. It might be costly. It's not the money, it's the hobby, it's the thing that you're doing. And I kind of feel like sometimes we get so caught up on the money, sometimes we get so caught up on the process that we don't understand the thing that's actually important to us. I don't know where I'm getting all this stuff from, but let's reel it back in and start with these clarifying cards. So remember that Joan of Arc is here, Kutumi is here. They're just going to be up here so we can see more. All right. Over here we got woman holding coin being clarified by the garden and the gate. This can be you. Literally that sigh of release. This is a very comfortable energy. Woman holding coin, she reminds me of the Empress. The Empress has everything she needs. She don't need nothing. She don't have to get up out of her chair. Literally, she can just keep doing what she's doing. The Empress, she's always pregnant. So in my mind, it's like she's reproducing her ideas. She's reproducing her finances. She's reproducing like whatever it is that she wants. She might be building houses. Like she's always creating something. She could be writing a book, a script. She could be making a movie. She could be building something with her hands. Like whatever the Empress decides to do, she's got the ability to do it. Like she's worked very hard to become the Empress. But because she's so comfortable, this Garden in the Gate card, it's hard to see with the light on it. It just has her in her place of comfort. She's so comfortable that she don't necessarily want to come outside of that and assist other people. She don't necessarily want to come outside of that and take on any other issues. Like she got her stuff down pat. So you could just be in an energy of where you're like comfortable where you are, comfortable in my skin. Like you've discovered what it is that you need in the world. You discover what you need around you, who you need. Like you can literally just be somebody who is in their own little world, in their own bubble, not necessarily open to having new people come in and out, new ideas come in and out. You don't want no new job, no new house. Like I'm good. Like just could totally be your energy. But when I see Joan of Arc, voice of truth over hostilities and anxiety, I feel like yes, you might be comfortable where you are, but you are being called. You're being called to come outside of that comfort zone. Not necessarily to get up off your throne, but there's a reason why you are in this space of comfort. It's because you've made it that way. You have the skills and ability to do that, but not everybody around you has that. You can even be seeing stuff outside of you that you want to comment on. I know for me, so many times I see things around me that I'm just like, oh, this ain't right. I want to say something. I want to be the one who brings this forth. I want to be the one who like helps this out and fix this and helps to heal this. But a lot of the times I will be quiet because I understood like in the past when I did that, it would come back on me. Sometimes people would be upset with me for seeing where the issue is, and I could see it clearly. I'm like, this is you just need to change this one thing and everything will be good. But sometimes people be like, just be quiet. I want I want things to go this way because this is the way that I created it, and you have no business coming in and telling us anything. Like I feel like in this energy, Deborah's sitting here being so comfortable. She's not necessarily compelled to come out and help nobody else. It's funny because the other day I was feeling this. I was sitting at work just feeling the energy of the people who are smart enough to know that sometimes being in leadership positions can be like a horrible thing on the leader. Like it can take a huge toll. The people who are smart enough to know that are not taking that position because they understand what it could possibly do to themselves and their families and whatever. But those are the very people that we need to step up, the ones who understand the toll and the responsibility of the position. We don't need people who are just looking for the glory, who are just looking for the benefits, the salary, whatever it is that comes with that, elevated position. Or even if it's not a job, maybe it's like an elevated position in society, being looked at a certain way, or in a certain family. People desire that for the benefits, but they don't want the duties that come with it. And I just feel like sometimes the people who are intelligent enough to know that the duties that come with it are heavy, they would require a lot, and they would take a toll on you, especially in the beginning when you don't necessarily have have the process down. It can take a little bit of a toll. And the people who are smart enough to know that are just deciding not to step up because they're like, no, I'm comfortable where I am. And I feel like those people, that's who this reading is for. It's for people who are understanding, like, what is the benefit for me going to be if I continue, if I put my neck out there and try to assist other people. Like, do you see this hostilities and anxiety? That's the type of energy that you would be stepping into, saying that I am going to be the voice of truth. I am going to, make the change, focus on my purpose. I am going to be the one who, like when I hear truth, I also hear change coming out at the same time as I am speaking. It's like, it's difficult to speak truth in a room and not have things happen, especially in a room that's filled full of lies. It kind of like snatches the veil off of people's eyes, but they can be angry at that veil being snatched off of their eyes because they were comfortable and complacent where they were, and you're no longer allowing them to be comfortable and complacent. Literally, those words, you cannot unhear what you've heard. Once you heard the truth, you can't unhear it. You're going to have to find some bigger, stronger lies, and that might take a little bit of time. So there's going to be some hostilities and some anxiety because of the truth that gets spoken in that particular arena or area. And again, if you're sitting in this Empress energy, you're like, I don't really want to go through that. Especially if you're already the Empress, you probably have gone through that before, and you know what the outcome is, and you can be sitting there weighing, it's like, is it worth it? Is it not worth it? Do I speak up? Do I not speak up? And at this time, I just kind of feel like the energy of not speaking up, not feeling like it's worth it, not feeling like that you are the person who should do it. It's like, no, somebody else, get somebody else to do it. Like, I'm really getting that energy and that feeling. And I feel you, collective, whoever is watching this, I feel you. Sometimes it doesn't feel like it's worth it, but I understand, especially after having people do this for me, speak up on my behalf, like not even like for me, but people telling me things that it would take a lot of love for someone to tell you, because they understand that the thing that they're going to tell you, it may cause you to be angry. It may cause you to push them away. It may even cause you to retaliate because of what you have said that has been 100% truth, but they just didn't want to handle it or take it. It takes a strong person. It takes somebody who is really got a heart full of love to handle that and to choose, like, in spite of what could possibly happen and what could be done to me, I need to stand up and speak my truth. But it's interesting because when Joan of Arc is here talking about speaking the truth, she's not saying, hey, you need to go and love people. You need to go and correct people. You need to fix people. It's not that energy. This is, you need to speak your truth. You see the truth. We have put this truth inside of you, and you are suppressing it. No, speak your truth. Stand up. And I feel like that is a part of the anxiety that's going on here, is sitting so comfortably inside of this fence, this garden in the gate, keeping yourself complacent, just like those people whose truth that you see and are not speaking up about. You see that they're complacent in their misery, and you're like, well, I can be complacent in my joy and my gratefulness. I don't necessarily have to learn and grow. I can stay here and be quiet about stuff. But what I'm understanding from this Joan of Arc card, and it's the same thing that I said in that previous reading, is that this is a you thing. This is about you being more comfortable using your voice and speaking your truth. I feel like, and I've seen this too in people, when they come into a room folks get right because they know they'll get left if that person comes into the room and they're not acting right. They get right immediately because they already know it's in the aura. They don't even have to say nothing. It just happens. I'm hearing that song with Nicki Minaj. She says, "When I walk in, sit up straight. I don't give a if I was late." It's like her aura says, "Respect me." And you practicing speaking this truth, you allowing yourself to like embody the truth. You know what I mean? Like not be suppressed by, oh, I'm not gonna say nothing now because of what could possibly happen. Like you just doing it, just being yourself basically in whatever environment that you're in is going to allow you to grow and embody truth so much that you don't even have to say nothing. It's going to be a part of who you are. You are the voice of truth. Truth is walking into the room with you, and then folks have to act right. They got to sit up straight because they cannot. It's like a knowing, an internal knowing. They cannot ignore that. They're like, all right, collective is here. I got to act right. All right, collective is here. I need to see the truth because it's going to be more painful if I try to fight them. Let me just go ahead and allow this truth to wash over me or whatever needs to happen. This is about you speaking your truth because you're you. You are who you are. Next, we have financial constraints and broken heart. And this is sitting over top of that. Cloak of wisdom. I think this is like a mindset thing. Oh, this is a tough one. For me, I had a lot of heartbreaking in my childhood. And I think I associated that with my worth. I was like, oh, well, I must not be great or worth so much if this is what I've gone through. Like, if this is what I have experienced in my life. I was taking my outside and calculating my worth based on the lack that was around me and not understanding that there's a differential between me, like the worthiness that I've like inherently felt inside and what I was receiving from the outside. Like I could feel that difference, but I kind of saw it the other way around. I kind of saw that there was a lack inside of me and a wealth outside of me that wasn't being given to me, when in reality there was all of that wealth inside of me and I was experiencing the lack outside of me because that was just like what was like, it was just the situation, just the environment that I grew up in. Like there's nothing that you can do about that part. But if you know and you feel that inherent wealth inside of you, then that is kind of leading you to where the truth is. It's like, no, I'm actually worthy no matter what situation I'm in. It's something that is difficult to learn. But Kutumi is saying, you already know the answer you seek, trust what you know. When I was experiencing the lack outside of me and I was kind of taking it personally, so I was bringing it inside of me, it wasn't helping me to experience what I knew. I knew that I was due more, if that makes any sense. Like there's more, but having that feeling within me really helped me to go and seek more. I had to find things that resonated with me, find things that were on my same level, find things that gave back to me just as much as I gave to it. And what I feel here, especially when I look at these two cards together, it's saying the things that you have on the inside, the things that you know on the inside, the things that you were like, that you would do for free, the things that you would teach for free, the things that you would talk about for free. You know, if somebody gets you started on something and you just gonna keep going and going and going and going and going and never shut up about, like those are the things that you were put here to talk about. Those are the things that you're going to be moved to talk about, pushed to talk about. Even this thing when I'm talking about wealth and I'm talking about like, why are we caring so much about money? Why are we not excited that there's going to be some changes in the way things are happening? Why are we not excited that, we're going to need to learn and understand more about where our things come from, how they're created and made? Like, we're going to get a whole new lesson. I mean, I don't know what's going to happen, but it looks like this is a possibility of things that could happen. We would need to learn more about where things are coming from, how they are built and created, who is making them, how to make them ourselves. Like, it's going to be coming all back home. And because of that, the wealth is going to shift. It's going to shift from outside to inside of us because we're going to have that knowledge for ourselves. We're not going to be relying on the outside to bring it to us anymore. And I feel like this is the answer that we seek. we spend so much time looking outside of ourselves for the wisdom and the answers, and we have it already within ourselves. It's like, come outside of your bubble of safety and protection. I mean, not outside of your bubble, but outside of the things that you do to stay safe and protected, and understand that you are always going to be safe and protected no matter what environment that you're in. But if you are being called to teach something, to embody something, to like be the truth of that thing, then it's up to you to do it. It's difficult, yes. I don't think that our journey is supposed to be easy. I think it's supposed to be filled with challenges so that we will learn and grow. Like, that's, from my life experience, that's what I have seen. But every single time I go through these challenges and I conquer them, it's so much joy that I get on the inside. It's like within me, nothing can take it away. It's the type of stuff I can't be like, oh, they gave me $10,000. Yay. And then the next day, they took away my $10,000. Oh, boo. Like, this is the type of stuff that people cannot take away from you. It's inherent inside of you. And this is, to me, it's the type of stuff that you can take with you. You know, they talk about money saying you can't take it with you. You can take this with you, this knowledge, this depth of your soul. So you already know the answer you seek in terms of this empty cabinet and this broken heart. This is like a feeling of like worthlessness and nothingness, and like, oh, I'm not worth anything. I don't have anything valuable to say. I'm not capable. Like, these are like self-limiting beliefs, but I feel like these are the places that you start. These are the places that you've had to fill up your own cabinet. It might not be no money in there, but it might be a whole lot of confidence. It might be a whole lot of joy. It might be a whole lot of hard work. It might be a whole lot of knowledge. Like, for me, I needed to understand what worthy and valueness, like, what is worthiness and value? What is that? What are those concepts? For a black woman growing in the South, I was not taught those things. I was taught, oh, worthless. Oh, you belong to everyone. Your body is marketable. I don't know, like, it belongs to people. It doesn't belong to you. Like, very old things that came from slavery type energy. And so I had to figure that out for myself. Like, there is no outside money here. I feel like in this financial constraints and broken heart, there's so much space for like the truth to come in, for God to come in, for like wealth, like true wealth and value to come in that have nothing to do with money. And these are the things that in this reading I feel like we are being told to look for, to go for, or go towards. And the things that we're being told to teach. There's somebody who came to me the other day talking about having, multiple jobs and working so hard and having this whole plan that was basically based on them working hard, like doing so much. Like, I'm thinking of a mule carrying all these things, not only on their back, but also carrying the sled behind them. And in my mind, I wanted to tell them, your plan is dangerously flawed, because it's basically saying that your value is in the hard work that you do. But that's not where your value is. You will never achieve your value if you're carrying all those burdens. You need to take all of them off and then go figure out what your value is, and then put all the energy into it. It just, like, this mindset that I feel like especially sometimes Americans have about working hard and making money is not like the end all be all. I think that we have to really take the time to take the journey to see who we actually are on the inside. What is it that we came here to do? Because I feel like some of those things that I feel like the things that we came here to do are the things that are going to bring us the wealth and the value and like the money and the like love and the passion and the healing and happiness and the romance. Like, all of the things that we're seeking have to do with us. It doesn't have to do with the outside. It doesn't have to do with how much money we have, how many possessions we have. Like, right now, I really feel like there is an opportunity for us to look outside of that, to really look and see the truth of where our value lies, to see the truth of even situations around us, like to speak the truth, be the truth. It's just kind of time for those leaders who they know better than to get into a messy situation. It's time for those leaders to stand up and do it anyway, and teach it anyway, and say it anyway. Like it's time to impart those messages, is what I'm feeling. And yes, I have no more words. I'll see you in the next one.